live.
Alrighty, sir.
Hey, this is Dr. Tom with SeniorDatingSuccess.com. I want to welcome you to this video. It's epic proportion. We're outlining folks here on how to be successful in senior dating. Before I forget, you might want to go to our website, SeniorDatingSuccess.com. We're offering a free book, a senior dating guide to successful dating. Today we're going to talk about one of the most important aspects of dating, especially for seniors, and that's the general appearance and your demeanor. There's a lot to be said about this, but you don't want to make it too complicated. I think one of the most important parts of this entire aspect of dating is to realize what you look like. You know, a lot of people envision themselves, especially seniors, as Robert Redford or Marilyn Monroe. It's not the fact. Most of us can remember back when Richard Nixon was president. That was also when we had a lot of hair and teeth, remember, folks? And for you athletes, we don't look like Johnny Weissmuller anymore. A lot of us are lucky to be on the right side of the grass. So keep your intuition and your aspects of what you're going to be dating, who you're going to be dating, realistic. All right? You don't want to start out with the lens of 1965. Be realistic. Just be glad you're here sucking some air. In particular, for the fellas, when you're meeting a young lady, you know, we're talking about a little bit of young, relatively speaking. Don't have hairs growing out of your nose. Watch your eyebrows, all right? Keep the sideburns kind of cool. And remember, the teeth are important. If you have to remember to put them in, it's important, or you want to brush them, it's important. These things can really turn a person off. Your demeanor should be appropriate. When you get out of your car to walk to wherever you're going, or playing a chair back for the gal, don't fall down. You know, that's kind of a turn off. You know, women don't want to have to change a guy's colostomy bag or push him around a wheelchair. This may be extreme, but you know, body language is important. It means a lot. You can get a lot of these aspects of this on our SeniorDatingSuccess.com guide, which you can get, and it's free. So it's a valuable tool to help you with these issues. Also, in your clothing, be relaxed. Clothes should be clean. Don't act like you're too nervous. Smile a lot. When you're talking to the person, for the guy or the gal, look into the eyes. Let them know that you're interested in what you're saying. When there's pregnant pauses in the conversation, that can be kind of creepy. In other words, you want to kind of keep the conversation going with momentum. Don't get into politics. Don't get into race relations. Don't get into things that matter. Don't get too personal. Keep the conversation lighthearted. Make it easy to interact with each other when you're talking. Don't talk about yourself all the time. That's only interesting if your mom is sitting in the room. You ought to listen to that crap. You talk about them. See what kind of hobbies they have. See if you can interact in some way with their belief systems or what they find interesting. Don't try to impress them with your money. Don't try to impress them with the fact that you're, into some sort of a situation that's where they're lucky to be with you. I mean, I can remember I had a date with a gal about 2 summers ago, and she was a really nice person. She came down from the southern part, from the southern part of Indiana, and she was visiting her son in a nursing home. And God love her. This gal had her white roots showing with black hair. I don't know if you guys can remember the movie a long time ago with Boris Karloff, The Bride of Frankenstein. This chick looked like the Bride of Frankenstein. I couldn't stop looking at this white patch in her hair. Oh my God, I really felt sorry for her son. He had melanoma, or he was, in the terminal stages, but she was just so scary looking, I couldn't think of anything else other than the Bride of Frankenstein, man. And, I'm sure that women have run into a lot of guys that have to sit back from the table about 2 feet to get their stomachs in there. So just look reasonable when you present yourself. And, a lot of these things are covered in our free offer, SeniorDatingSuccess.com, our guide, which really helps. And, some of us need a guide, especially if the guy's a widower or the chick's a widow. We've been out of the game a long time. We don't go to the drive-in anymore with a cheeseburger and a cherry Coke, okay? We're trying to get back into the swing of things. And you want to be at ease. You want to be happy. You want to be able to laugh with the person. So I think these things are really important. Don't be rigid. If you're a Republican, she's a Democrat, if that's a big deal, it's going to be a deal breaker, well, okay. But you have to learn to compromise, okay? These things aren't rigid. And you know, how much longer do we have here to be here, okay? What you're looking for is a relationship, not a project, okay? And I'm sure a lot of the guys don't end up being a substitute grandfather. That's pretty disgusting. You know, she's talking about her grandkids. Cool. If she wants to go out to eat dinner at an expensive place all the time, maybe that's not so cool. But just get a feel for the person. And I think these are some of the salient points that you might want to look at on your first meeting. And I'd like to thank you a lot for watching this short blurb. We'll be back with more information. And once again, if you'd like to write a comment about it, do so. Have a good day.